Welcome back to Liberty Farms and the Neo Wilson Railway. We have a little different video for you today. It is story time. We got some cool things happening in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan here, and we have some not so cool things happening in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So I'm going to dive right into it. We're going to get into a couple little stories. But the reason for this video is I need your help to save what I believe is the oldest tourist railroad in the country. And it shut down 2 years ago. There's a long backstory behind this railroad. I put a couple of shorts out. It's called the Toonerville Trolley, and it was a 5-mile train ride into the Tequamanen Falls. It's a huge tourist destination today. It was hard to get to back then. This tourist railroad started in 1927. So that's pretty amazing to actually have a tourist railroad in 1927. But now they have different highways. You can actually come around to the north side and get to the falls much quicker, and you can almost drive there. So this tourist railroad closed down, I believe, 2 years ago. Here's two ways you can help. One, by sharing this video with other people so we can get this out there.
The second way you can help is Google Save Toonerville Trolley. We are not asking for any donations on this YouTube video. We are directing everybody to our website, Save Toonerville Trolley. So please go check out the website. There's 3 great stories on there. Save Toonerville Trolley.
My goal is to purchase the Toonerville Trolley and move it here to the Neo Wilson Railway, because we are currently under the construction of a mile loop. For those of you that didn't know this, once that first loop is done, we plan on building a second mile. Back to the story. We want to move it here. I've talked to the owners, and we are always going to run the Toonerville Trolley as the Toonerville Trolley. So we will repaint the locomotive, repaint a few of the cars in Toonerville Trolley colors. We will label it the Toonerville Trolley. And then we will always run it here as the Toonerville Trolley in remembrance of that railway. So I'm going to back up to the very beginning here. So here's how you can help. Share this video and or Google Save Toonerville Trolley. And on there are 3 different stories, which I'm going to share part of that here, but you can go and read the 3 different stories. One of the stories is our story. The other story is kind of the intro story is what we plan on doing with the railroad. And the last story is a little bit of the history on the Toonerville Trolley. So there's 3 little different stories in there. They're not very long. If you like to read, go check it out. There's all kinds of places on there where you can donate. And to us here on the railroad, I want to emphasize, I'm doing this fundraiser not to make money. I'm doing this fundraiser to save the railroad. Building this railroad has never been about the money. It's been to honor our son, Neo. I won't get into that right now either. So building this railroad is truly not about the money. And I'm going to prove it to you. If you donate $5 or more, when you come and ride the railroad here, I will give you your $5 off of your first train ride. So it's kind of a win-win. If you plan on coming to ride the railroad, please donate $5. When you come, I'll give you $5 off your first ticket. Because it's not about the money. It truly isn't. It's about saving history here in Upper Michigan. It's about bringing the Toonerville Trolley here and keeping it running for generations to come. It's in the story. And I've been having a hard time making this video for weeks now. This process has been going on for about 2 months. The website is up and running. My buddy Joe has been after me. He says, you know, you'll reach a lot of people with your YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, I know. I have a hard time asking for help. My wife and I, Gina, we pretty much do everything on our own. We don't like putting our hand out. We don't like asking for help. But here I am asking for your help. Please share this video. Please donate $5 today. When you come and ride the train, I'll give you your $5 back. I think this is a very important project for the Upper Peninsula. One, because I believe that this place here someday will be a tourist hub for rail fans. If you've been watching our videos, what we're trying to do here, we have 3 full-size cars moved in here. We have 2 locomotives currently. If we buy the Toonerville Trolley, we will have a total of 5 locomotives because they have 3 locomotives. 9 passenger cars, 3 flatbeds. I think they have 5 gondolas. Yeah, we want to move all that stuff here and preserve it and share it for generations to come. So that's pretty exciting. So the backstory is 3 years ago, we went to possibly purchase this railroad. We went on the boat ride, we went on the train ride. After the boat ride, we got a private tour of the entire railroad. He showed us everything they had, all the tools. Since then, they have had an auction. We'll get into that. Let's stay at the beginning of the story. But they wanted to sell the railroad and the boat tour and the whole business as a whole. Well, we didn't want to operate the boat. So at that time, purchasing the business was out of the question. But when there's a 2-foot gauge railroad 2 hours from your home, you have to go look at it. So we did. After we looked at it, the business continued to operate for a little while. I think they finished out that year. The following year, or that fall, they shut down and they never reopened. So it's kind of a sad thing for the Upper Peninsula. Thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people have rode the Toonerville Trolley. Because like I said, it started in 1927. So 2027 would be the 100-year anniversary of the Toonerville Trolley. Back to our story. A year after they closed down, they couldn't sell the business. A year later, they decided to separate the boat tour and the railroad. They're going to just sell the railroad. By the time we found out, we were already full speed ahead in building our railroad. And the railroad, here's a twist, sold. So now we no longer had access to the Toonerville Trolley. So as time goes on, we just started buying gravel, laying track, full speed ahead, building our railroad. A year later, they were going to pull 1 flat car out of that sale for us. A year later, I called them in the spring. I said, hey, can I come and pick up that flat car? Chris says, yes, you can, but I need a couple of weeks. The spindle broke on our mower, and we are getting that fixed. And the mower, I'm talking about, brushes the side of their tracks in and out on a 5-mile trip. If you don't keep up on that, obviously it will get overgrown. So I said, yep, no problem. I didn't want to rush them. So 2 weeks goes by. I did not hear from them. It's like, I'm starting to twitch a little bit. 3 weeks goes by. I don't like to bug the people. Like I told you, I don't like asking for help. So I'm just kind of patiently waiting. 4 weeks goes by, an entire month. And I'm like, man, I still haven't heard from them. It's like, it's been twice as long as the period they told me to wait, 2 weeks. I gave them 4 weeks. It's like, all right, I haven't heard from them. Maybe they forgot my number. Maybe they lost it. I'm going to call them. So I ended up calling down there. I can't remember if I talked to Dixie or Chris. I've been in communication with both of them many times. They said, yeah, you can come get the car. But the buyers backed out. I don't know why. I'm not going to get into any details on that. I don't know, honestly. So I'm like, interesting. Well, we can't afford to buy the railroad. We're going crazy. You know, we are trying to finish the outside of our train station here. So we have this building. We got the railroad under construction. We're having a brand new boiler built for a steam tractor and having that engine rebuilt because we're going to open our flour mill again. We run a steam-powered flour mill, if you didn't know. So lots of exciting things going on here at the railroad, and then this opportunity comes up to buy the Toonerville Trolley, and we're like, oh man, now what? Yeah, not happening. And crazy me, I don't even know how it came about. We talked, we laughed. People made comments about, yeah, you know what's going to happen now? Well, a week later, I don't know. We talked about a fundraiser, this and that. It was kicked around. 2 weeks into this, here we're going crazy trying to raise the funds to buy this railroad. So we need the funds now to buy this railroad. We don't need them once we open. Like I said, this isn't about money. So we need the funds now. That's why we're doing this fundraiser. So if you could donate $5 to the railroad, if you're going to come and ride, we will give you $5 off your first train ticket. It's really not about the money, but we need the money now to acquire the railroad. We are truly building this railroad now to put smiles on people's faces. In the short, that's the short of it right there. So, yep, we are asking for your help. That's a story about us purchasing the railroad. I would truly be honored and grateful if you would help us out. And if you can't afford it, I get it. Times are tough. If you can't afford to donate $5, how about sharing this video? That would be greatly appreciated, because I know there's people out there that have rode the Toonerville Trolley that hate to see it go under. Yes, it will not be in the same location, but at least they can still come and ride the Toonerville Trolley and look on the plus side of that whole deal. They can ride the Toonerville Trolley and have different scenery. So that's pretty neat. We are just trying to create a place for families to come and enjoy themselves for a very inexpensive amount of money. The RC park we want to put in will be absolutely free, so people can come here and just hang out. Yeah, it's a big dream, it's a big goal, but here we are. That is a really good start. We could purchase the railroad and have the entire railroad moved here for $100,000. And then once we get the railroad here, I would like to clean up the locomotives and passenger cars and repaint them and get them looking pristine. And this is why. Like I said, in 2027, it will be the 100-year anniversary of the Toonerville Trolley. They didn't quite make it, but we're going to make it happen. It's 2025 right now. We got our railroad almost half done. Actually over half done when you consider all the dirt work and the ballast, but our rail is almost half done. We're going to be putting in another 400 feet here starting Monday, actually. Our goal is to have the railroad complete by 2026. I don't mean everything, but I mean the loop. Functional enough to give train rides, have our train station done, so you can come here, wait for the train, you can board, ride the train. And we want to open in 2026, probably late 2026. We'll do some fall rides. We'll finish the railroad early 2026. We'll work all the kinks out of it. Open late 2026, but then in 2027, we want to have a 100-year anniversary of the Toonerville Trolley. And we will honor all them $5 donations with your $5 off your first train ticket. So we are not profiting off of the donations that are coming in. And a little side note on this, we are a for-profit business. But Gina and I have never taken a paycheck from our business. We put everything back into the railroad and we put everything back into the farm. What we have done with the loop around the pond, we give train rides to parents that have lost children. We donate 100% of everything. The last one we had a lasagna meal. We do a Toys for Tots ride. If you bring a toy, you can ride the train for free. We've done train rides for foster kids. We open the railroad up and the entire day we play games, hay rides, free train rides all day long. And we make an event out of it for all the foster kids in our area. So there are 3 different events that I can think of off the top of my head that we do. And we have never charged 1 penny for anything we do. We donate everything. So we try to give back to the community as much as possible, because we here at Neil Wilson Railway are all about putting smiles on people's faces. Man, I don't know. I'm rambling on. There's just so much to say. This is truly heartfelt. I want you to be able to come here, ride the train, enjoy life in general. And we want to put a smile on your face. when you come here, whether it's to ride the train, to see the steam-powered flour mill. We're going to be building a steam-powered sawmill. We have drag saws, we have hit and miss engines, we have Model A's. We're trying to build eventually a first-class museum and a functional working museum. That's key. Yeah, it's a big goal, it's a big challenge, but we are going to make it happen. Your donations will just make it happen sooner, and then we can pay it forward once everything is up and running. So if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. Google Save Toonerville Trolley. We are not asking for any donations on this channel. Please, we are going to direct you to that website. So please go to Save Toonerville Trolley. And there's some links on there. There's a PayPal and Venmo, and you can check all that stuff out. For larger donations, on that website is my personal phone number. You can call us if you're interested in any larger donations. Yeah, we appreciate your support. We would love your help. If you can't donate today, please share this with somebody. Please just pass it on, move it forward. I don't know however you do it. I'm not a big computer person. Please donate today. Thank you for your support, and have a great day, everybody. And like I've always said, don't forget to put a smile on somebody's face today. We'll see you next time.